All right, people, welcome back. It's another Thursday. You got your man Smiley, aka Miles, the producer, over there. You got me, the
What's
radical
going on,
rail,
people?
or rail than most people. I get a little radical at times, not all the times, but a little bit at times. I get a little bit radical. And you know, welcome back to the Rel News Show. You know, something to work with. Every other good name is taken. I don't know. I hate it here, man. People just take all the good names. But
Yeah,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
they beat us to it.
they
We gotta,
just
we're
all
gonna get a good name. We're gonna get a
okay.
good name.
All right, yeah, cool. So we're gonna rock with this for now. Uh yeah, so we back. This is episode 3. We on 3, right? Yeah, we on episode 3.
Yeah, Tress. We made it to Tress.
hmm That's good. That's good. The weeks be flying by, bro. The weeks be flying by. So how you been,
You
man?
know. Oh man, I've been busy just studying and still reading, getting ready to take this Security Plus exam. What about you, man?
Nothing, working 9 to 5, grinding. All the same typical stuff. Get my grind on, you know, trying, eat this money.
I
But
feel
yeah,
you on that.
yeah, so, chilling, uh, making sure you good, getting this podcast where it need to be. Well, show podcast, same, similar. We define ourselves, trendsetters out here. hmm So, man, a lot been going on since the last time we talked, you know. Outside of that continuous craziness over my girl Haley Bailey, but her boyfriend on some other shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
She has a boyfriend?
Yeah, he
What?
was
I
a
was not
YouTuber.
aware of that.
Yeah, I think his name DDP or DDG. He a YouTuber or something. He was a YouTuber. Now he's something else. I think he's trying to be a singer or a rapper or something like that.
She's with a black guy or white guy?
Black guy,
You talking about Hallie or Chloe?
Hallie, not Chloe. Chloe the one who's thickums. Holly the one doing Little Mermaid.
Damn, I didn't even know she had a boyfriend, man. I thought she was like 17. They both look so young
No,
to me.
yeah, they young. They look young, but both of them like 24 and 22 or 3.
It makes
Yeah,
sense.
I
It
know.
makes sense. It's funny you say that because like one of them was in that Tyler Perry movie, Meet the Browns, as a kid.
Oh, damn! Look at Smolay with the little tidbit of knowledge right there. Call it
Yep.
a Miles moment. I ain't know that, but I don't watch Tyler Perry movies like that.
Neither do I. It was like on at my friend's house, and I was just like, wait a minute, that looks like one of the sisters. And then one of the people next to me was just like, that is her. I'm just like, oh shit, I didn't know she was in a Tyler Perry movie before she started singing and yelping. So yeah.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
ain't wrong with it. But yeah, man. So that little fiasco and that drama going on. So
Man, I was not aware of that. Just like when you told me about the whole Schmurder thing.
yeah. Oh man, that dude was a dude. I mean, it's like 2022, bro. If you gay, just come out. I'm like, bro, you was in jail for a lot of years. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
It's funny, it's like when you mentioned that to me, I was just like, what? And then I actually saw it like a few days later, and I was just like, hey, look, Bobby Schmurder is a really funny person to me. I mean, he's going to be a one hit wonder. I don't think he's going to release another song or project that's be consistent or good. But I like his energy. I think as an energy person, his freestyle on Funk Flex is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. That shit had me crying. Like every time I watch that video, and he's just yelling and doing the little gun noises. That shit has me. It gets me going. It's a terrible freestyle, but it's really funny.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't really mess with him. I mean, he more your era than mine. I only know one song by him. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Now I don't even know the words of that. And that shit was like 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah, when that song came out, I forgot the name of it, but about a week ago, I know, it
Yeah.
was, yeah, with the little dance. And yeah, I mean, the video was, once again, another great video, but I don't listen to Schmurder like that either. I barely listen to trap music at all, man. Like, I listen to some of it, but a lot of it I just stay away from, man. It don't really cater to my needs. I know it don't cater to your needs either, so.
Yeah, I mean, Young Jeezy kind of fucked it up for me. Ti too. So early 2000s, Ti and Young Jeezy was just non-stop with the trap music, trap or die. And I'm like, bro, I get it. You know what I'm saying? What was that song that he did with Akon? That shit played every day, all day, bro.
Oh, you talking about
Or
I'm
Soul
locked up?
Survivor. Yeah, that one and
Oh,
Soul
Soul Survivor.
Survivor.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, man, I was a kid when that was released, man. What the
Yeah,
hell?
I know time
I'm a
flies, doesn't
soul
it, bro?
survivor. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what's up, though. But yeah, I had enough trap music after that. And Chameleon there with his one hit wonder ass.
Oh man, you talking about they see me rolling,
Yeah.
riding dirty. Hey, that song was amazing though. When it came out though. That song was amazing. I can't hold you.
Yeah. But that was just funny. That was just funny to me. You brought that up, but that's cool. Mhm. Oh yeah. So Blueface and this girl, right? Christian. They some toxic motherfuckers, bro. And the media love that shit, bro. But first of all, I want to get what your opinion on this is, cause he hit her, she hit him. She hit his mother, he hit her father. You
Yeah.
really get into depth with that shit? I'm like, bro, what the fuck is really going on? But I just want to see what your aspect on this is, cause this sounds like some young people shit right here. It's like some teenager shit, bro.
It, I mean, I want to say two things about it. I want to say one, I need to know their zodiac signs because these man, like I need to know their zodiac signs before I go any further. But the second thing I want to say is, she was a really attractive person when she was younger. And then when she got with him, her look started to change. And she was really pretty back in the day, man. Like I saw pictures of her when she wasn't with him and she didn't have a lot of things done to her. And she was actually naturally really pretty. Now I look at her and I shake my head. It's like I wouldn't say she's a horror story to look at, unlike Black China. But
Mm,
I don't know, man. I think Blueface is one of these guys that he wants to prove that he's tough guy. He don't take no shit from nobody, but he comes across more moronic than anything else. And she's a simp. And it's like they both simp for each other. And it's like one person doesn't want to out simp the other person.
hmm. Yeah, I mean, first of all, he hitting her father. I don't know, young. If I ever had a daughter and I hear you was hitting her or whatever, for whatever reason, I'm gonna have to step to you. Now, if you think that you can whip my ass, you gonna have to do it. And even if you do, all I'm gonna do is get my cousin or my nephew or something like, yo, you younger than me, go take care of this. But I ain't gonna let that slide. You know what I'm
Right?
saying? And then he tripping because ain't no way no chick would ever came on my mother like that. And she still be my chick. Cause I'm like, bro, that's not gonna happen. So on that, with the parents and everything into it, it's a touchy situation. And what I mean because of I can love my daughter, but if I'm telling her like, look, he bad for you and all this, it's like the whole R. Kelly thing. Like if I go fight R. Kelly, bring you home, and you run back to this dude, I wash my hands with it. I'm like,
Right.
I'm gonna let you make your bad choices on your own. I'm gonna love you to death, but I'm not gonna keep beating my head over the same bush with that. And that's what my stands on that. With the parents getting involved in it, they toxic. They both like this toxicity. The her hitting him, and then she bond him out, then he hit her, or I mean, that's a lot of effort right there, bro. It's just a lot of effort. I just don't see it.
Yeah, it's not a good it's not a good look. I mean, the media loves pinpointing. How can I say this? Like the media loves to show us things that they want us to see, and I'm getting tired of seeing Blueface and his girl every single week or something where they do something even more stupider than the last time. Like, I mean, though in the video I saw, the father did hit him first. That's the video
I
I did
mean,
see.
you hit my daughter, bro. It's on sight when I see you. Fuck that.
Very
You put
true.
hands on
Which
my daughter,
which would
so I can't let you slide with that.
exactly. And I mean, I think Blueface is very disrespectful. Um, I was looking forward to him fighting Nick Young, but then Swaggy P went in the ring and fought some other guy, and I'm just like, Swaggy, don't get knocked out, and he got knocked out the goddamn ring. But shout out to Swaggy P, who's actually absolutely hilarious. But I don't know, man. It's just every time I see Blueface, and I'm just like, bro, how did you get famous? This nigga can't even like I've heard him rap, and he raps off. I don't know if rapping on beat is even a talent anymore. Com- uh, Based on the fact of that we got Blueface and people like the Baby who literally rap off beat and still have careers. But I would say the Baby is a little bit of a better rapper than Blueface, so I'm not going to discredit him too much. But Blueface is probably one of the worst rappers out here right now. One of the worst. And
Bro, I
I've
never
barely
heard a
even
Blueface
heard
song.
two songs from him.
I didn't even know who Blueface was until all this. I was like, bro. But I learned in this generation, rap, you just gotta have. It just gotta be popular. It ain't gotta have no structure. You ain't gotta be bars. Long as your shit sounds southern, gotta make your ass jiggle or make a man go, yeah, 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 shit like that. They good. They good. And you can
Ah,
tell.
so you're saying that today's rap is more elementary. So people
Yeah,
doesn't like I get what you're saying. I would actually agree with that too, because you got a lot of people out here that rap and the beats are really carrying these people. Like the beats, I would say production
facts,
for the
facts.
production aspect of music for hip hop and trap, it has gotten a lot more I would say complex in some areas. Some areas has gotten complex because there's more technology involved. And then in some areas, you just got people using the same old loops. They're just using different 808s and different snares and hi-hats on different beats. Cause there's a bunch of songs that I hear and they have some of the same sounds that I have. And I'm just like, huh, I have that same sound. And it's very funny. So
It's interesting because you make music and you hear a lot of music because you gotta listen to music to effectively create. Because and I'm like, does that? How can I put this? Affect you in certain ways? That seeing how much effort you put into your craft compared to other people who just get, I want to say, a lucky break, or they song just get hot, or they talk about something that you particularly wouldn't talk about.
I think when it comes to the production aspect of a song, it depends. I think that for somebody like me, where I haven't done that much marketing and promotion, and I'm still able to create something that's new and bring something new to the table each time I do something is amazing. But I think that for the people who are famous, for the people who are creatively gifted, and they get an opportunity to show their craft, I think it's time for them to stop gatekeeping the music and start putting on other people. Because the biggest thing I would do is if I was famous and got a status is I'm gonna find other people who are creative and maybe be better than me at making music and try to get them recognition and that they the recognition that they deserve. I'm not gonna be a gatekeeper of a certain sound or a certain culture. I think that music is something that should be shared with everybody. Now, not every music is for every or not certain styles of music is for everybody. So I would just try to share the music that would fit their aesthetic more with them. Like with you, I could share 90s, early 2000s hip hop with you, and it would be perfectly fine. I think after the 2010s, you might be like, okay, bro, I don't listen to this stuff, but let me check it out. So,
Somewhat true. My nephews put me on a little bit. NBA YoungBoy, alright. You know what I'm saying? There's a few of them out here. I like J. Cole, Kendrick. You know, yeah, but I ain't deep into it. Like the '90s, I can name a lot of B tier, C tier, hell, even some D tier. Even you know what I'm saying.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, after 2010, it's rough, bro. I can barely give you a few off the A tier. But
Yeah,
I also my taste changed too. You know what I'm saying? I'm more into the smooth groove shit. You know, I like to dance. I like the little upbeat. You know, I ain't always about to shoot 'em up or slang the yayo. I mean, I get
yeah.
it. I know. I mean, I hear y'all with it, but I'm like, bro, let's play it out. And you correct too, cause I've been immersed with go-go since I was in the crib, bro, and I still don't fuck with it like that. Like I had no choice
Yeah,
but to listen to it because my older brothers was like they diehard go-go fans. So you know,
that's
you a
hilarious.
third brother, you in the room, all three of us in this one room. You gotta listen to this, and I be telling people, I was like, bro, I can't. And I gave it an honest try, but I just don't rock with go-go like that. You rock with go-go like that?
I like certain songs. So
Okay.
like if you were to blast Overnight Scenario, yeah. You got yeah, Overnight Scenario is the shit, man. I love that song. I like some of the Chuck Brown songs as well. I'm more of a
Okay.
traditional person with the go-go. I don't
Okay.
like the newer go-go because all they do is just take modern day songs and just they just add their beat and add a go-go to it. But I like traditional go-go where I can hear the real instruments. There's like a real live band sound, and I like that style because I think that's art versus some of the stuff where they're just taking cover songs, and I'm just like, okay,
Hmm. Cool. Cool. But yeah, we gonna dive into that one day. You know, the soul of DC and get a little deep into that. But yeah. But music, I mean, I applaud your profession. But yeah, it's hard, but it's not hard. How can I put this? It takes a little bit of luck and a little bit of skill, and when you really put yourself into it, it don't get the recognition you think it should, and that kind of deters people from doing it. Now you just want to make what's gonna get radio play, or I don't know. It's like when you take time and sit down and try to make a good album, they try to drag it. Like Kendrick's album, I don't know if you heard that, the new one.
the Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Yeah.
I
Uh huh.
heard, yeah, I've heard it. I heard it twice.
Okay. What you think about it?
I didn't like it. I thought it was. This is. I would say that this is his most personal album that he's released besides Damn. I think Damn was also another personal record, but I think the production on this album was a miss. Some of the lyricism was great though. I love We Cry Together. I thought We Cry Together was probably the best song on the album. I love Father Time. And I liked Auntie Diaries, the transgender song. I thought the transgender song was actually very well done. But some of the other songs felt like I've heard it before. He didn't do anything new. And I like Kendrick. I think he's way better than J. Cole. He's light years ahead of J. Cole in terms of making music. I think J. Cole's overrated, and I think that his fan base is keeping him afloat. But J. Cole has given y'all the same music for 7 to 8 years straight, and nobody has said that shit. Versus Kendrick, where he's he's giving you the same flow and the same cadence, but the production has always varied. Where this time around, I felt like Kendrick. It felt monotonous to me listening to Mr. Moran, the Big Steppers, and I would vote like if we had to vote the best hip hop album of the year, I wouldn't vote Kendrick's as number one.
Yeah. I wouldn't either. I mean, he's transitioned to woke rap, and I don't think the world ready for that. It's like you gotta have bangers and then slide your message in there, but it's just like he's just all woke rap now. Like his whole rap album sounded like messages more than music. You get what I'm saying? It's like I get where you're going with it, but you forgot the music part of it, bro.
Yep.
You gotta mix it well. You know.
Yep. And I feel like he did that well with Good Kid, Mad City, and also To Pimp a Butterfly, because like Good Kid, Mad City was really a conscious rap album, but the production doesn't say so. Like it had mainstream production with conscious rap lyrics, where To Pimp a Butterfly was a conscious rap album with the conscious neo soul, traditional old school hip hop with the new modern age hip hop as well, and it blended very well. To Pimp a Butterfly is easily in my top 10 of greatest hip hop albums of all time, potentially top five. I think it's one of the greatest hip hop albums ever made. Good Kid, Mad City is another one in my top 10. I don't know if it's in my top five or not, but I would rank To Pimp a Butterfly over Good Kid, Mad City. But I will say that Good Kid, Mad City is more accessible due to the fact of the mainstream production, because you could go back to those songs and play those leisurely. So I definitely agree with you. But I would, if somebody had a debate between Kendrick or Cole, easily for me Kendrick. I just think J. Cole has given y'all the same music for 7 to 8 years, and nobody wants to call him out for it. Everybody wants to keep harping around his lyricism, where the production has been flat. Like I should be somebody who likes J. Cole, but I'm somebody who just views him as just an average music maker. I think he could be a lot better than what he's giving y'all.
So what you're saying is he don't put time into his craft.
No, I think he put in a lot of time. I think J. Cole got comfortable. I think after he got
Ah.
successful and he made his money, he got too complacent. He he had a bunch of people around him who would just tell him, "Yeah, man, this sounds good," and then it doesn't translate when you listen to the record. Cause like if I go back and play KOD, if I go back and listen to the off season, and 2014 Forest Hill Drive, sadly, will be his. I shouldn't say sadly. It's probably his best record, but I do think Born Sinner is his most ambitious. Because after Born Sinner, he just gave y'all the same music. Where Born Sinner was the last non-minimalist album that he's given you. Because the rest of his albums have been minimalist, and I think J. Cole sounded better with more instrumentation in his music.
I don't know. I gotta go re-listen to some of those stuff. I ain't listened to Cole in a minute. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't listened to him in a while. Mm. We was talking about Kendrick earlier today at work, and I was like,
Yeah,
it's okay-ish, but it's like below average. Cause I'm okay with you being woke. Just make it sound good.
good,
Yeah.
exactly. And it's like, I know you like Kendrick, and we both like Kendrick. So I know, like, what were your like? If you remember the track list, what were like some of your favorite songs from the new album?
Yeah, I can't get that deep into it, but
Yeah.
I know. No, seriously, I gotta re-listen to it. Cause no, they were just randomly listening to it, and
Hmm.
I was chiming in because some people was listening to it. You wouldn't think listen to it, but they did listen to it. So that was a whole nother debate. When I hear a different flavor listening to something, I'm like, oh, huh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I'm an asshole like that sometimes. But yeah, I gotta stop that. But yeah, we can break that one down too. Add that to my list. Hmm. So yeah, transitioning into some Brett motherfucking Favre, bro.
Mm, mm, mm.
Brett motherfucking Favre, bro.
Um, yeah, I saw that. I saw that, man, and
Oh,
I was just like, damn, man, damn. Green Bay Packers. You know what I'm saying? The Green Bay Packers, one of their most legendary quarterbacks, should be in jail. Flat out, should be in jail. But he's white, so
not just that. ESPN don't cover it as they should. Fox Sports News don't cover it like they should. When Michael Vick got charged with them dogs, that's all you saw
no cap. That was everywhere.
everywhere, dog. And we just letting this man who stole millions from the welfare system for a
Hmm.
fucking gym.
Yep. He took like what, 5 million?
Yeah, I know it ain't all that money go to that gym either. That's not, let's cut the BS. You and the governor split that money, so you gave some money to the gym because they wasn't going to question it if you just being charitable, and you and him took the rest of it.
It's funny because that state is a complete disaster with their legislation and their government. Like, did you see what the Mississippi governor said about the people that don't have clean water?
Boil it in the pot. Let me stop.
It's so like the fact that people still vote these fucking goobers in here, it amazes me. Like, people do not take voting seriously. I just think that when they see the fairer skin, they just vote for whatever white guy is just there. Like, how the fuck do we have Ted Cruz, Ron DeSantis? I don't know the Mississippi governor's name, but Brett Favre should be in jail. And it's funny you mentioned the Michael Vick thing because I said the same thing about Aaron Rodgers. Don't get me wrong
Yeah,
about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback, but he's overrated. And number two,
yeah.
he should have been suspended for the league for drug testing when he actually admitted on a fucking interview podcast that he did drugs, and the NFL did not suspend him at all. But yet you
Just
got Tom Brady for Deflategate, and you got a bunch of other black players for doing minor shit or doing whatever shit they do. But he gets treated, he gets treated differently. And Aaron Rodgers, I'm not saying he's in the same vein as Brett Favre, but it's just the NFL is just completely just it's a debacle, man.
yes, it is. Yes, it is. It really is. And this on this Brett Favre shit. I know he don't play with the NFL no more and all that, and his accolades. So all that he already in the Hall of Fame and all that. But why are there not criminal charges going after this man? He knowingly stole money. I don't care what his intentions to do when he stole the money. That's like you saying you give me $5 million and I tell you I'm gonna go help the poor people out. I can tell you anything. You know what I'm saying? We stealing this money from these
Exactly.
other people, but
Exactly.
I'm like I need to see legal charges going up against him. I need to see the governor thrown out from office and never be able to serve in any capacity again. He don't need
Yep.
to serve. And
Yep. I I agree.
and most people, mainly of the younger persuasion, don't vote because they don't believe in the system in itself. And well, if you know me, I'm on several podcasts. I bring it up a lot, and I'm mine. I try to alleviate from the politics because I get hot blooded with it, and I take it to seriousness. So yeah, because I'm like people say vote and red and blue it don't matter because at the end of the day both of them will win. I'm that type of person, and then people try to tell me, oh no, they're different. I was like, no, red wants money, blue wants protocol and system changes. Well, one wants this and that. No, again, it's the phases what we go through that justify how things go. At a certain point in our economy, they want money. They want money. Republicans are in there. If they want literal changes or rights for certain groups, whatever they may be, then Democrats are in there. But the whole structure of the political system is frustrating, and but vote people. I mean, they got a vote coming November 8th. Go ahead and do that. But
Yeah.
switching subjects off of politics back to our good old sports. Brett Favre, you're a monkey dick. I think you should be banned. Well, no, you in Mississippi. Stay down there. You know, I think you should pay restitution for all the money you took. And since you say you donated that shit, I think they should take it from your assets, the money that you so called donated to that for that gym out of your bank account, and then make you pay restitution to all the welfare people that you took that money from,
Ooh.
and fine.
Yep. It's ridiculous, man. And Mississippi's like what, the poorest state, but
Yeah,
yet
it always
in
is.
some areas, you know, Flint, Michigan, Mississippi, including Baltimore, it's going to happen in more areas with black population. This whole no clean water thing, it's going to happen in more black areas, and people need to be ready for it. It's like a similar version of a purge, just minus the fact that you don't have those people in the neighborhoods killing each other.
True.
But yeah, you do in certain instances because you put drugs there, and
There
that
you go.
already there you it's a division right there. So um, I would, if I had the money and the resources, I would definitely give back to those communities and help them get clean water. I think that's
Bro.
one of those things that is a necessity for life and humanity is water. And I think that our race of people, uh, especially the ones that have the money and the resources, sometimes they got to do much more. I feel like our ability to want the white man's approval for things instead of wanting our own approval has got to stop. So, as a black person, we have to sometimes come together, and our race of people do not come together for shit, man. We
Mm-mm.
are some of the most spiteful, petty, jealous people in the world, and it makes it easy for the white man to pretty much pinpoint us and come after us. And I just want to say that that whole Mississippi thing is messed up on all levels, man. Like,
Yeah.
cause it could happen to us, man. You know what I'm saying? It could happen to you. It could happen to me. It could happen to some of our family members. I don't wish that on nobody. So it's crazy.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, you give all this money to Ukraine and you don't have fucking clean water in Mississippi. Really, bro?
The
Really?
poorest state, and that's the interesting part. You had embezzlement happen in the poorest state.
I don't get it, bro. All that money to Ukraine to help them win a war, and you can't give these people down in fucking Mississippi clean water, fix their problem.
Nope, because they are niggas, and they don't view niggas as social civil issue. You know, niggas are just niggas to them, and it's always going to be like that. It's always going to be like that. You know,
Right?
anything that
Somebody
deals with
told me the world changed, man. It ain't like it ain't 1944 no more. It ain't 1920 no more. You gotta get past it. All that other stupid ass shit they always say.
it's ridiculous, man. You see in schools that they're trying to take away history, black history from certain curriculums.
Yeah.
It's like they're going backwards. It's like the white man doesn't want the newer generation of white man to see their their miscomings as a race and people with in terms of racism and how they just racial anything, just dealing with race. They don't want the new generation to see the nastiness that they have displayed.
Oh
And
yeah.
to me it's ridiculous. Like, what? Like, taking away education and the
Yeah.
educational system that is paid for by people's taxes is ridiculous. I just think that that's even worse than going on stage and then telling people, yeah, that's why they don't have clean water in Jackson, but yet you're the fucking state governor. So like, it's ridiculous, man. Like, people have to really be careful who they vote for when they vote somebody in. Um, they have to be
Right.
careful, but they're not going to, Jarrell. I just feel like as we get older, they're going to continue to make those decisions where we're just like, they can't get any more stupider, right? And yep, they do.
Yeah.
They do.
They do though. That they
They
do.
what my boy Jay Z say in that song with Jeezy, they IDOO. That's what this, but it's THEYDOO for them. They do
Mm, 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 mm. Oh man. So man, yeah. So Lamar Jackson, what you think about this whole contract, man? And him representing himself.
So I'm not really big on football watching, but I did see the highlights for the latest Dolphins and versus Ravens game that happened past Sunday.
Hmm.
And I've watched some Lamar Jackson games before, and I think he is a good runner. I think that he is somebody that isn't really skilled with throwing the ball as much as some of the other quarterbacks in the league, but he is somebody that can, if you need a play, sometimes he can make a play, and he'll do it himself. I know last year they suffered injuries, so I'm not going to pinpoint any mistakes that happened last year on him. But their defense cost them this game this past Sunday because they were up, and Tua has some. Tua is not a great quarterback either, but he has a better offensive line than what the Ravens got. But I think Jackson deserves money, but just not for the Ravens. I think he should go to another team. Honestly, that's just my opinion because they did the same thing with Joe Flacco, but he ended up winning the Super Bowl though, so that's a different story.
Yeah, I, I'm with you, but I'm like, bro, I like that he volunteering out there to be his own person, negotiate his money. Cause when you break down a contract, you do give away. If you make 200 million off a contract, you're giving like 15 or 20 million away for a lawyer and an agent, and I'm like, that is kind of dumb. But it's hard to negotiate for yourself with a team that don't believe in with you. So I'm like, that alone would jade me towards that team, and the fact that Kirk fucking Cousins got all that money and didn't win an MVP, and he won an MVP. It's disrespectful. Deshaun Watson got $250 million, all guaranteed. Come on, man. Let's be real here. And I get people was like, well, he can't throw the ball. He can't throw the ball. That's not true. And he's showing y'all this year what he can do. If I was him, I bet on myself. I was like, you know what? Keep that same energy right there. 133 million. I remember that. Okay, yeah. And then when my contract is up, I go for highest bidder.
Yep, because I think that I think the Ravens want to see if they can make it further in the playoffs with him because they haven't won a playoff game with him, right?
I think they won one and then they lost to Tennessee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
every year they won one and then they lost and then he kept losing to Patrick Mahomes.
shit, everybody has lost to Patrick Mahomes, man. I think the only team that can stop them is the Bills. But
You sure? The
I got yeah,
Buffalo.
man. I think Buffalo looks good, man.
Okay, that Buffalo Mafia.
I am a firm believer in Josh Allen's ability now. Like from when he was first in the league to now, he has definitely improved. Um, but I think Lamar should take the money. He's going to get paid because he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Um, I will put him in my top five.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I will put him in my top 10. I wouldn't put him in my top five. But
Hold on, hold on, hold on. What four quarterbacks are better than him?
Allen, Mahomes, Brady, Aaron Rodgers. You said
Uh,
four.
okay. Brady top 10, not top 5 anymore. Yeah, he knows his knowledge, but he can't do what Lamar can do at quarterback. So
Yeah, but who
okay.
has the rings?
Yeah, but it's more than that. It's
You talking about as of right
if you were
now?
starting a team right now, who would you take? Lamar Jackson or Tom Brady?
Tom Brady.
Really?
He's a champ. Yes, he's a championship. And who's better in the pocket? I need somebody who could get the ball downfield, Jerome, not somebody who runs it down the field. Now, granted, the Ravens' offense
Okay, okay.
is more run scheme versus throwing, but Tom Brady knows how to get the ball down the field. The only reason why they lost last year versus the Rams was because they started off the game bad, but in the second half of the game, they started to come alive. It's just Cooper Kupp is one of the best receivers in the league.
Mm. I'll let you slide with that one. But it ain't. It's a team sport, and his team lets him down when he needs to. He can
I agree
put the
with that.
ball there, they'll drop it. His weapons were iffy. They were iffy. Now
Yep.
running the ball, they did that, and
Yep.
he was a big part of that. And I think he did a lot of what they wanted him to do. So, but I think he's still top five in the NFL.
So who would be your top five quarterbacks? So you got Jackson. Who else?
Let's see. I got Lamar. Have to put Patrick Mahomes in there, even though I think fundamentally that boy is not sound. Josh Allen earned my respect. I'll put him in there. Rogers is still Rogers. Yeah, I want to put the guy from San Diego in there, but did he do that fucking pick six? It kind of, fucked me up with that. So, yeah, that's about it. Cause a lot of the other quarterbacks are trash, bro.
You didn't put Brady in there, man.
Yeah, Brady, I got like eight, nine. It's between
Wow.
eight or nine.
You got
Yeah,
Matthew
8 or 9.
Stafford over Brady?
No, no. Mm-mm. Matthew Stafford would be 10. All right, let me see. Where did I leave off at? Hmm. Yeah, I had Derek Carr. He's top 10, even though he don't play like it. I had Hubert, top 10.
You got Justin Hubert,
Oh,
right?
Burrow, I had top 10, even though his offensive line keeps getting them fucked up. And Watson, I have 11 because I ain't seen him play in like 2 years.
Who,
And
Deshaun?
yeah, I haven't seen Deshaun play in like 2 years, bro. So, and theoretically, I would have him top 10, but I haven't seen him play in a while, so now I got him. Yeah, he like 11 or 12. 11. Yeah, 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I see why you got Jack. I would rank Jackson. If I had to put him in the 10, he would probably be six for me. I'm not gonna rank him
Okay.
that low. He's definitely
Okay.
six for me. I would definitely choose Matthew Stafford over Lamar Jackson though. Only due to the fact of Stafford was on a really shitty team for that many years and was a good quarterback. And then when he finally went to a good team, he got a Super Bowl ring. The Super Bowl ring has to matter, man. And I'm not saying that rings equate to skill all the time, but I could definitely see why you got Joe Burrow in the top 10. And Justin Herbert, I can see why. I can see those.
Yeah.
Definitely. I,
I
I agree with
mean,
those.
they the new age of coming.
Yeah.
I personally don't like Baker Mayfield. I don't like Sam Donald. I'm still not sold on Tua, even though he had a good game. Tua is okay-ish.
Nah, he got a good offensive line. That's the only
Yeah,
reason, bro.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Woo.
if Tua was different situations than what he is, and
Oh no, he'd be
will
a
he
loser,
still
bro.
be? Yeah, I'm about to say that's the whole point tip behind that.
He'd be a loser, bro. Nah, there's no way. Because Jackson to me had a good game last Sunday. It's just the Ravens defense just completely collapsed. From what I saw. But man, I think Jackson deserves his props. I will put him at the sixth best at quarterback position. He needs if he knew how to throw the ball better, I would put him five easily, easily. But I think he's a better runner than thrower.
Hmm.
And you got to be able to throw the ball. You got to be able to get the ball downfield. And I think that's the issue with Joe Burrow to me. But his offensive line isn't as great as what some of these other quarterbacks got either. So, and his defensive line doesn't protect him either.
Yeah. Oh, God, that man gets hit so much, bro. I was like, I feel sorry
Yeah,
for you, bro.
no cap, man. You don't want to end up like Andrew Luck because Andrew Luck to me was a good quarterback. It's just he never got protected.
At all. At fucking all. But yeah, that's good though. But I'm pulling for you, Lamar. I hope you betting on yourself and you win. I mean, you gonna get paid, but I know a quarter of a billion is a quarter of a billion.
Yeah.
And I mean, fuck that. I mean, you got an MVP. They hating on you because you're a running quarterback slash. You know what I'm saying? You do everything. But I get it. I don't agree with it. I mean, if y'all giving Watson his money, Baltimore should have went ahead and paid that man. I think they're gonna be bitten an ass behind it because that man put 22 pounds of muscle on and playing his ass off. If he could just make it through the season without getting a ACL or MCL tear or something like that, he getting paid, bro.
Oh yeah, but
Maybe
they
not by
gotta
the Ravens, but
but they gotta win a playoff game. That's
yeah,
I think that's a contingency right now, man. You can't beat the Pittsburgh Steelers every year when you have a winning record, or go 8-8, and then you make the first game a wild card game and you get smacked. You got to be able to win a wild card game or win a divisional playoff game. You have to. It's the same thing for basketball, though. You can't get paid a lot of money. Well, in today's league, you can get paid a lot of money for not winning a playoff series, but you still got to be able to put up some numbers. So can't average 12 points a game and get paid a max contract. Now, you'll get a
yeah,
decent contract if you play some defense and hustle for your 12 points, but you're not getting a max contract off the contingency of losing. So you got to be able to win. And I think for winning in the NFL is a lot more detrimental than winning in the NBA in order to get a contract. So
yeah. It's funny you bring up NBA because your man, the Celtics coach, he out here getting it in.
oh man, when I saw that, I was just like, no way you cheat on Nia Long. Like
Why?
that was the first thing that came to my mind. I'm just like, nigga, you got Nia Long. Every black man as a child has fantasized about doing Nia Long. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're a gay person, fine. You might have fantasized about a male. But we're talking about for guys who are heterosexual, who knows how beautiful Nia Long is, who have seen her beautiful chocolate face, skin in endless movies, endless classic black movies, and you go and cheat on her consensually with a team member of your staff, that is wild. Wild.
Hey, I don't throw stones in the glass house, but I think it was more of she was more accessible, and Nia was probably doing a movie or not around, and you on the road with these people, and
Yeah.
you build bonds and camaraderie, and sometimes you just want to bust a nut, dog. Hey, I feel you, bro. I mean,
And
she's a
boy, did he bust it.
mediocre. Yeah, I mean, he did that, but I think she was a mediocre. But whatever floats his boat, bro. Maybe she had good conversation until her drawers dropped. I mean, who knows, bro?
Man,
But
he just hurt the Celtics' chances of doing anything spectacular this season, for real, for real.
why? Cause they gonna put a mojo on him.
Dude, I don't know what their assistant coach is gonna be able to do. I mean, I think Boston will still be a good team. They're not gonna be out the playoffs. They'll make the playoffs. They're still good enough to make that. But I don't know if this guy's gonna resign. Um, I know he got suspended for the year. That's what they're trying to give him, a suspension for the whole season, man. That's wild.
For
That's
what?
wild. Yeah, man. They're thinking about suspending him for the whole entire, just like what the Suns owner got.
Oh yeah, to jump off of this one real quick to the Suns owner. I think that man set that shit up so he could sell a team.
Yeah, did you see what the bidders who's bidding for the team are? It's crazy.
Yeah, so if he bought the team for 410 million way back when, and now that shit selling for 2.5 billion, yeah, you gonna say some racial shit and sell that motherfucker because you knew that was the quickest way in a black league to get you ousted and you
Yep.
paid.
To get paid. Exact. You know, it's funny you mentioned that, man. Because like as soon as I saw Jeff Bezos as like one of the lead contenders for buying the team, I'm just like, God damn! If Jeff Bezos owns a basketball team, imagine a contract he could give you.
There's rules and guidelines in place to prevent that, Miles.
I'm hip.
Yeah, they're not gonna let that happen. I'm talking about like he can't just. Oh, I'm gonna give everybody on this team a $100 million contract. No, you can't say no dumb
exactly.
shit.
Exactly.
But
Like,
yeah, I think that man set himself up to sell that team, bro. Cause this is rare, honestly. Caucasian person walking around saying or doing racist shit when they're a multi-million-dollar owner. Even if you felt that way, you yourself would never do it. You would just get somebody through proxy to do it.
exactly. Exactly, man. I mean, the Phoenix Suns, like I said before, they're not going to win a championship. So even if they got a new owner, it's still not. This is not going to help them win anything. Chris Paul is cursed. I believe in it. I just believe Chris Paul is cursed, man. He's very egotistical. He's arrogant, and I think that has came back and bit him in his ass, and that's one of the main reasons why he can't win. Um,
How dare you talk about the point guard like that?
because well, look what he said about Luka. Look what him and Devin Booker, and I love Devin Booker, but you don't go on national television when a reporter asks you, "Hey guys, what are you guys going to do about Luka Doncic?" And then you say, "Oh, nothing. We're not worried about him." When he's one of the greatest scorers in today's league. Like Luca was literally the second best player in the playoffs this year. Second best. And I didn't even put Giannis is not. I didn't even put Giannis at first. I would choose Luca in this playoffs this season that happened over Giannis, only due to the fact of what Luca was able to do. Am I saying Luca is a better player than Giannis? No. Giannis is of course the best player in the league, but Luca and Steph were the best players in the playoffs. It wasn't even close. But
Mm,
Luca outscored, out rebounded, out assisted, and out rebounded the Suns by himself. And that was a stat. That was a stat line. This is not me making this up. That was a stat line. One man did that, man. One man. And
yeah.
he's slow as shit.
Yes, he is. He make Dirk Nowitzki look like he fast.
Fast. Like, it's funny how two of the best players in the league are slow as shit. Luca and Nikola Jokic. Two of the slowest motherfuckers I've ever seen. And they will torch you. They will absolutely torch you. They're nightmares.
Mm. So you already ready for the NBA season, and saying that ain't preseason about to start for them?
Preseason should be next week.
Cool, cool. Okay, we
Should be
going.
next week, Friday, the 30th.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna do our previews. You know what I'm saying? Where we gonna see teams at. But yeah, check it out next week, y'all. We gonna do that good. Got me a basketball talker now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I love basketball, man. I watch it religiously. So
Okay,
even when I'm not watching basketball, I'm watching basketball.
that's what's up. Then we gonna stream for the people while we at the game. Could check the Wizards out. But yeah, man, my whole thing with Chris Paul is his time has passed. I mean, he chose money. I ain't gonna lie to you, the man made a absurd amount of motherfucking money, but he ain't gonna win. And I think when he got
Yep.
to the championship, that was peak it. That was it. That was his
Yep.
peak. Unless he want to be like a Vince Carter or Steven Jackson and play on a team that's just good enough and hope they win. But I don't
Yeah,
see it
I see what you're
happening.
saying. Like, do like what Gary Payton did, like with
Yeah.
Miami.
hmm Like take
I'm,
league minimum and just go to a good team.
hey man, I would say Chris Paul is definitely a top five point guard all time.
I
I know,
give you that. I give you that.
yeah,
I give you
easily,
that.
easily. I mean, I think Steph Curry is one of the top five point guard as well. You got to bump
Ho
somebody
ho
off the
ho
list.
ho ho. Shooters, yes. Point guard in itself, no. But continue. Continue.
I don't know, Jarrell. He got four chips. You got to take
And
him over
chips don't mean
somebody.
everything, bro.
Yeah, but you got to take him over somebody.
Yeah, I mean, would you take him over Isaiah?
Isaiah Thomas.
Yes. Would you take him over Isaiah Thomas?
Yes, easily. That's a easy. That's an
Okay.
easy debate for
Okay.
me.
Okay.
You got to
Stop
give
what
me
you're
somebody
doing.
harder.
Go rewatch the '80s Pistons, bro, and watch Isaiah's game, bro. All
Bruh,
right.
that man played on an injured leg. I seen it. I've seen
Okay. Not just the little tidbits you see on Facebook and all that. Really dissect this
it.
man game and tell me you would take Steph Curry over him.
I would, because Steph is a better shooter.
Okay. What about my man? Would you take him over John Stockton?
The only thing John Stockton got over, I would say the two categories John got over Steph easily is assisting and defense. John was a good defender, and he was better at assisting. But in terms of scoring the ball, Steph, I mean, I wouldn't choose Steph over Magic because Magic is easily in my top five. Magic, Chris Paul, Steph. AI was a point guard or shooting guard because if AI was a shooting guard, he's definitely in my shooting
Yeah, he
guard
was a
list.
shooting guard. Yeah, I've never passed a fucking ball in his day. He could never be
Okay,
considered
then
a point
AI is
guard.
definitely in my shooting guard list. But if we're
Yeah,
talking about just pure point guards,
yeah, pure point.
Jason Kidd or Steve Nash got to be mentioned, and I would choose one of them over John Stockton at this point
Yeah,
because
yeah. Now I'll
John
give you
was
that.
good.
Yeah, but we're
Yeah,
just
you
talking about straight point. Now, if it's
okay? Like
straight point,
traditional.
yeah, Stockton was good because he had facilitated the offense. You know, you're a Utah man. You know how your man did pick and roll, unstoppable. You know.
Oh yeah, he had one of the greatest power forwards. Karl Malone is still, I wouldn't say he's the greatest power forward. He's probably second or third place for me. But Karl
Yeah.
Malone is easily one of the greatest power forwards ever. Tim Duncan is the best power forward in my opinion. So
Okay.
that's never going to change.
It's never gonna change.
Never
So you
going to
got Tim
change.
Duncan over Kevin Garnett.
Of course. Like I mean, I love KG though. KG's in my
You
top
love
five.
KG, but you got Tim Duncan over him.
I got Tim Duncan easily over KG as a power
So
forward. Yeah.
okay, so let's reverse the roles. Let's say Tim Duncan was drafted to Minnesota, and KG went with the Spurs. You think this still be the same outcome? You still would believe that?
I
Yeah,
don't know if Tim would. I don't know if Tim would win with Minnesota because whoever was on that team at the time. I mean, they would have had Latrell Sprewell, Sam Cassell, Trenton Hassel, some other
yeah.
guys on the team. But
You forgot Wally Zerbiak.
Wally Sir, yeah, he was a sniper.
You don't know about
Uh,
Wally Zerbiak. Stop that, bro.
I'm hip. He was like, it's like funny how you mentioned some of the foreigners like him, Peja Stojakovic,
Hmm.
uh,
AK-47. You know about AK-47.
AK-47.
You
Yeah,
know about
exactly.
AK-47. I'm dropping names out there for you, Miles. You don't know. I know about this basketball thing, bro. I know about this
No,
basketball.
you do. For the older players, you probably will get me on some of
Yeah.
them because I'm pretty good with the '90s and early 2000s players, but not all of them. I'm pretty good with the major ones, but I would say fundamentally sound in terms of playing. Tim Duncan's wasn't the scorer that Kevin Garnett was, though. Kevin Garnett was easily a better scorer than Tim Duncan. I'll give him that. But in terms of everything else, no, no,
I thought he
he
was a
wasn't a
better
better
rebounder
passer.
too. Now, team chemistry, maybe Tim Duncan had him on, but that was the Spurs culture, though. That's what I'm trying to get into. You. Flip Saunders, who was the man's coach for a long time, couldn't build that chemistry with him, and luck just fell the Spurs' way. They had David Robertson to get 2 titles. Then after
Yep.
David left, they had Manu, which nobody knew about. They had Tony Parker, which nobody knew about, and then they just kept rotating with other guys. And then they came across Kawhi a decade later. Shit, I mean, shit just fell that way. Your
Yeah.
man had choke him out Spreewell, old man Cassell, and before that he had Stephon Marbury, and all Marbury wanted to do was just shine, you know.
Yep.
I mean, I respect the KG Minnesota years, and I feel it, but I wish he had left a little, like a year too earlier. He could have really did some damage. It could have been fun. I don't think he should have went to Boston, but hey, I feel it. You know, Boston wanted to get a ring.
They wanted to get a ring. Yeah, I think they did
Yeah,
that. You know, Ray Allen hadn't won a ring. Neither had Paul Pierce. Neither had KG. So I mean that big three, and they won. They got it the first year. Uh, they got it the first year, and they beat Kobe to get it. But Kobe got them back.
yeah, yeah. That was a rough one, but it had to happen, bro.
It did. It did. And I see what you're saying. You know, a lot of you reverse the roles, but I think if we're talking about playing wise, Tim, I would choose Tim over Garnett. But in terms of scoring the ball, no, Garnett was a way better scorer. But I think if we're overlooking the other aspects of the game of basketball, defense, they both played great defense. So, I mean, they both were about even. But I would choose Tim Duncan as the greatest power forward ever. Garnett will probably be in my top three, though.
Mhm.
Top three easily. I'm not putting him in my top. I'm not going to disrespect him that much.
Yeah, you gotta really do some of your research about them '80s people, bro. Cause Moses Malone was the truth, bro.
Moses Malone, another a great underrated player.
And what would you classify Barkley as, a small forward or a power forward? Cause he was a
Barkley
man
was
too.
Barkley was a power forward, but he was just undersized.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's him. I slept on him too, but your man did his shit, bro. I mean, from like '88 to '91, he fell off a little bit, but 92 and 93, he gave it all he had, and before that, he was the round and pound.
Yeah.
So
When he lost the weight, after I forgot what player. I think Dr. J was the one that shitted on him, or so. No, it was Moses Malone.
Moses
Told him that
Malone.
he was just being fat. Yep. Uh, Barkley was a great player, man. Barkley was one of the best power forwards as well. He's definitely in my top five. Uh, it's hard, man. It's like you want to put somebody in your top five, then you have to look at somebody else's game. Like a lot of great players will get overlooked because Giannis eventually will probably end up on a lot of people's power forward list as great as power forward too. I wouldn't put him there yet, but he could probably get there easily. So
Yeah,
as the game progresses, I think the only position that will be easy for people to define will be the center position. I think most people are guaranteed set on their five centers that they're going to keep in their centers list easily. I think the centers position will be the easiest to keep maintain.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I got my. It's
Exactly.
controversial, but I got Wilt.
Okay, you got Wilt.
Oh yeah, Wilt's on there, bro.
That's
I
one. We
mean,
got one. I want to hear this. I want to hear this
you want to
list.
hit it? You want to hear this? Of
Yeah,
course, I
we
got.
got one. We got. I'm
Of
counting.
course, I've got Karate Man himself, Lucius Alcindor, aka Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, on there. That's my number
Okay,
two.
you got
Yeah,
Kareem.
I had to put Kareem on there. And this one was controversial, but I put Hakeem, the Dream, Olajuwon, number three.
That's not controversial. He's definitely one of the best centers.
Cool. Yeah, yeah. Number four, I had the Tower of Power Shaq, and that's just
Oh, of
because,
course.
yeah, yeah, he was number
Of
four.
course.
You know, and number five was up for debate with me. I like Patrick Ewing. I just don't think he had the impact he should have had. So I was debating on whether I wanted him there or not there. But currently, and this is not in ink, this is in pencil, I do have Patrick Ewing number five. I do.
Okay,
But
that's more controversial.
that's subject to change
Yeah.
because I also didn't do my research on some of them old heads back in the day, and some of them was better than I give them credit for. But you can run your top five down real quick.
For centers,
Yeah,
uh, my number one greatest center of all time is easily for me Kareem.
Curry.
Kareem is
Scott Hill.
the most well-rounded center ever, in my opinion. Uh, my second best easily of all time was Shaq. Uh, Boat would be my third. Hakeem would be my fourth. Five is tough for me, man.
Not so
Five is
easy,
tough
huh?
because it's five is tough because I have to go back and think about all the other centers that played and like, okay, which ones is who did this, who did that. You had some of the other centers that were good, but I don't know if they're top five worthy good, like David Robinson or Patrick Ewing. And then you have current players as well that we could throw in here with Jokic, the triple double king for centers. He's probably got the most triple doubles out of all centers, I think.
Hmm.
I have to look that up. Uh, but damn, I have to think about my five, man. You have to come back to me on my fifth.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, but my
yeah.
four, but my four is solidified. That's
Yeah,
like
of course.
I
I
don't have
know.
to think
I
about that.
know. Five do get tricky. I said that too. Five get
Yeah,
real.
five get real tricky because it's like
Five get tricky.
because we're talking about shooting guards. It's pretty like the top five shooting guards of all time. I think everybody's three, and this is just speaking basketball terms. I think everybody's top three is easily going to be Jordan, Kobe, and then you're going to throw Dwayne Wade. Like those are easy picks. You know what I'm saying? Like
And
you think
shooting
about
guard.
and shooting guard. Yeah, for top five shooting guards, if you don't have Wade, Kobe, and Michael Jordan on your list, I don't know what you're talking about. Because
So so
I
so
would
so so let me get this straight. You saying Dominique Wilkins is not better than Dwayne Wade?
Dwayne Wade is light years ahead of Dominique Wilkins. Light
Whoa,
years.
whoa, that's blasphemy. Watch your mouth, Miles. Watch your
How is
mouth.
that blasphemy?
Did you not see Dominique Wilkins?
I did, and he can only dunk.
And what
He
did
was
Wade do?
athletic.
And
He
when
was
when
very
Wade
athletic.
when Wade knee left, what did he have after that?
Wade still had a decent jumper and some
No.
defense.
So Dominic ain't play defense with all that athleticism.
I see what you're saying. Dominique
No, no, no,
Wilkins was
no, no.
a great player, but he's not better than Dwayne Wade.
Whoa, bro, whoa. Nah, you just talking outside your neck right there, bro. You talking outside your
I
neck.
don't know, Rel. You got to do some real convincing on this argument right here, brother.
Oh,
You
all
got to do some real
right.
convincing.
I got some real convincing on Dominique outside of the dunking. That's what you trying to say. That he's not better than Dwayne Wade.
No, he's not. I mean, if you're looking at Wade's championships because he got one with two dominating players, but Dwayne Wade was the best player of 2005 or 2006 when he won. He was the best player that year. Granted, he had Shaq on his team, but he was the best of the league that year. Dwayne Wade was a terror that year, bro. I don't even know how he did not win MVP that season. For
Bro,
real, for real. If we go back and look at that shit.
Clyde the Glide Drexler is better than Dwayne Wade.
In what aspect?
Shooting, leadership, scoring. Now his defense left to be something desired, but yo, bro, you really gotta go back and watch them old days, bro.
I wish, it's funny how they got all the streaming sites. I wish the NBA would do like a streaming site with having the hardwood classics games. I would go
Yeah,
back and watch those games. I would watch the regular season and the playoff games. But at the same time, Clyde Drexler and Dominique Wilkins are not better than Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jordan for my top three. I mean, Allen Iverson is a shooting guard. He's on my list as well too.
Kobe and Jordan, I'll give you because I don't have Kobe that high, but he top five, but not Wade. Wade, no, no,
You didn't put
can't,
Dwayne Wade.
no, maybe top 10,
Wow,
maybe,
wow.
maybe, bro, maybe.
See, we got a whole different list. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
hope
yeah, yeah.
because I got some newer players I can enter that list as well too. I mean, versus some of the older players, where some of those shooting guards back in the day, they can't hit the same amount of shots that these guys can hit. The shooting has gotten better in today's league.
Did you not watch the Denver Nuggets in the '80s? Bobby English and them, they
Did they win?
scored like 120 a game. Bro, you got yeah, you bro. I was once one of you. I was once lost, now I was found too. But you gotta go back then, bro. They
Well, I
used to
thought it was
heist
Alex
back then,
English.
huh? Yeah, Alex Ings. I'm sorry, I forgot.
You talking about the team that had Alex, the
Yeah, that was
Kimbe
the
Mutombo
Nuggets.
Nuggets?
Yeah, not Matumbo Nuggets. That was before the Matumbo Nuggets. That was in the '80s though. Go back and watch
Okay.
them, Joe. They used to score like a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, but you're talking about the '80s.
Yeah, I understand, bro. But I'm saying, you saying they couldn't put the numbers up like that. You gotta go back and watch some of them old games, bro.
Yeah, but I said the shooting. I didn't say the scoring.
Yeah,
Golden
sh-
Golden
shooter
State will
too.
outscore all those teams that you just mentioned.
You sure about that?
Golden State that had Durant.
Oh, you talking about that juggernaut that
Yeah,
didn't
but
play no defense? That only played
oh man,
defense when absolutely
come on.
necessary.
They had Draymond Green for the defense, but
Stop that. Stop, bro. You probably
they
think
had
Draymond
Draymond
better than
Green for the
Barkley, bro.
defense.
You
Oh
can't be doing
man,
that, bro. You can't be doing that, bro. You can't. I can't allow this. Oh man. Oh, bro.
you are
Draymond Green.
definitely. I love how like you want to give the older players their knowledge, and I love that. Don't get me wrong, I do. But some of these newer players will absolutely cook these guys, man. I'm sorry. Like I was a once believer of the past being better than the newer players, until I've just seen the pace of the game. Now the defense has gotten worse in today's league. The defense is almost non-existent. But the offensive skill level of the players in today's league is much better than what it was before. I think the only player I could really say that could pretty much do well in both eras, respectively, of now and then, is still Michael Jordan, because he's just a winner, and a winner will always have that ability to win. But And I think Kareem will do well as a center in today's league too, because he had that sky hook and that shit was unguardable.
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody else tried to learn that shit. Cause that shit is funny, bro. Nobody
It
can
is,
fuck with that.
and it's funny. The only person he taught that was Magic Johnson, and then he started using it, and then that nigga started scoring more. So, and I think Magic was a great player. Magic Johnson was one of my favorites. So,
Yeah, I got him top five all the time.
oh,
And
easily, easily,
all
easily,
players, every player, I got him top five.
easily, easily.
Yeah,
I just wish he had a jump shot, but other than that, his all around
he
game,
couldn't
everything
shoot to
else was
save his life.
great.
Yeah, he couldn't shoot to save his life. But neither could Jason Kidd either.
Yeah, he could not shoot, man. Oh my god, but his IQ, woo, woo, that nigga knew how to play some ball, man. Woo, that was a pussy loving basketball playing nigga right there, man. Because outside of basketball, it was straight pussy for him. Oh my,
He loved it, but JJ, he loved it to death,
oh,
huh?
oh boy, he was eating pussy every night. He had it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And if he needed a
Yeah.
snack, he had it for a snack too.
You know, your man, they say his HIV ain't active no more.
Yeah. God bless the fact that he's rich. Magic
That's
looks better than half the people that had AIDS.
yeah,
Actually, he looks better than most people that had AIDS.
that is true.
Shit, he looks better than most people that had cancer.
Mm,
Like, that's what money would do for you.
yeah, cause it saved him, especially back in like the early '90s and late '80s and shit.
AIDS, exactly.
And folks were
Ex-
dropping dead of that.
exactly, man. It's crazy. Oh man, I know you wanted to talk about Denzel, man. We gotta get
Yeah,
into that. We gotta get into
yeah.
that, man. We can't
Okay,
leave my boy Denzel out. We can't leave him out.
okay, okay. So I was randomly doing some thinking, cause I be having random debates and stuff. Glad I got this platform now. So I was saying, was Denzel worthy of Training Day when he won the Oscar for it? And I watched it the other day, and it got a few catchy lines in it. But was that his best thing, acting performance for him to win for Training Day, or should he have won it before or after that? Because after that, he tends to do a certain type of film. I think he typecast himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's either inspirational or just a badass killer.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is your takes on Denzel Washington in itself, and do you think he should have won an Oscar for Training Day?
So Denzel Washington, before I get into this, one I I know a lot of old heads will kill me for saying this, and I don't give a fuck anymore. Denzel Washington is the greatest black actor that has ever lived. Sidney Poitier, for me, just for me, comes in second place. Now I will give Sidney Poitier his due. May he rest in peace. But back to Denzel. Um, Malcolm X was that man's best on-screen performance for his career. Now, the Academy, they don't like Spike Lee. They don't like Spike Lee. Spike has only won one Oscar thanks to Jordan Peele executive producing Black Klansman, and Spike finally got his writing as got an Oscar for writing. But Malcolm X was Denzel Washington's best on-screen performance as an actor. He had Malcolm X down to a fucking science. Uh, and Training Day was a stereotypical uh, black nigga performance where white people, you know how you see white people win for awards and they always if a white person plays a redneck, they end up winning an Oscar. Because like you could name so many white actors that have played a redneck in movies and they've end up winning. So it's the same, they do it for us too. If you were to play a street nigga and they know Denzel Washington is far from a street nigga because he's friends with like half the people that's there, they know Denzel doesn't talk like that and act like that. But he was so convincing in that role. And don't get me wrong, Training Day is a hood nigga classic. I think the movie is absolutely entertaining. I don't think it's a great movie, but I do think that it has some really entertaining scenes and lines. But is that Denzel's best on screen performance? Fuck no. Like Malcolm X all day long.
So after Training Day, he did a lot of uplifting movies like Antoine Fisher, The Great Debaters. He had a few other ones that were more like empowerment and adjusting certain issues. He also did Crimson Tide. His roles similar, and then after 2009 and 10, he started playing the messed up guy with a troubled past, and always was an ex CEO or something like that. I'm like, bro, you typecasting yourself now. I, I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I'm like, bro, you could do better than this. But
Oh yeah.
like Man on Fire, I honestly think Man on Fire was better for Denzel than Training Day was. It showed him he had a little bit more range when he played the drunk instead of a ludicrous nigga with a badge. That's what that whole Training Day was, nigga with a badge.
Yeah. He
And
pretty much
Ice Cube made a song
my
about
nigga.
that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going out like that because of a fake ass cop with a nigga in the badge trying to show out. I forgot what was that. It wasn't Boys in the Hood. It was the other one song. I forgot. I don't fuck with Cube like that. So, anywho, but I think it was sorry we missed out on your other movies. We're gonna give it to you.
Oh
So
yeah,
fan
definitely.
service. It felt like fan service.
And they do that, and the Academy does that. And I want to allude back to some of the other movies. I would say the two best performances he's given after Training Day was Flight and Fences. I thought his performances in both those movies were actually really good. I was happy that he got the nomination for Flight. I actually saw that movie in the theaters when it came out, and I actually thought that movie was great. And Fences, even though Viola Davis will have you crying with her, I thought he
Hmm.
was really good as the dad, the troubled black dad in that movie. I thought Fences was another great movie for him. It's a shame that he lost to Casey Affleck in that movie, but I thought Denzel's performance was better than Casey Affleck's. But it is what it is. But Denzel has given a lot of great on screen performances. I have to go back and watch Man on Fire, but
I mean, compared to Training Day, and I'm just comparing those two movies.
mhm,
To me, Man on Fire was better. Training Day was it was
popcorn flick.
it was that, but how can I put this? It was more geared towards a black person being in authority doing bad shit when it should have been the other way around. I'm just saying, and I ain't like the look it gave him, and that's the reason why they gave it to him because he played a crooked person. He
Yeah,
played an uplifting person. For Malcolm X, he didn't get it. He didn't get it for Glory either, where he was getting all them whips on his back and all that. He did Mo Better
no, he won for Glory.
Blues.
He won for
Huh?
Glory.
He won for
Glory
Glory?
was his first.
Oh shit. Man.
He won Best Supporting Actor.
Oh, okay. Huh. Correction. I have to fix that one. Yeah, but he was good in Glory too. I never had watched it all the way through, and I watched it later on. I thought Crimson Tide was a bit too wordy, and so a lot of the undertones he was making with the white captain, you had to be smart to get it or pay very fucking close attention. So
Yeah, 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 man. I'm a huge Denzel Washington fan, man.
but
He's like one of my
one that was
favorites.
slept on was the one where he fought the devil. What was that one? Wasn't the devil? He fought one of the angels that had fallen. Fallen. That's the name of the movie. Fallen. I liked it that one
Oh,
more than I thought I would.
okay,
You
okay.
you never saw it where he was. Spoiler alert! If you ain't never seen Fallen. He fights the fallen angel and he tricks him and kills himself to kill him. But the angel gets away because the angel can not only switch in the human body, can switch into animals. It was a
Oh,
pretty good thing. It was like a psychological thriller.
dang, I gotta go back. So I've seen a lot of his newer movies and some of his older ones, but I haven't seen when he first. Some of his movies when he first was like got his career. I haven't seen some of those. But I've seen a good portion of his movies though. If it's from past, I would say past 2010, early 2000s, I've seen it. I've mostly seen those movies. I've seen the terrible ones from the good ones to all the bad. He's done some bad movies.
Mo Better Blues.
Yeah, I've seen Mo Better Blues, and Spike Lee.
Oh man,
Spike has had some good movies too, man. I mean, Do the Right Thing is his best movie career wise, but
yeah.
but Denzel was, I just think that he has given so much to. He's given our race a good look. Like him and Sidney Poitier, they make it good for you to be a black actor in Hollywood. Like they give it such a great grace. Like they actually make it seem like you can actually have a career and you could be just as talented as they are. Now, some of these black actors aren't as talented as they are, and they never will be because those two guys are the cream of the crop. But
Okay, I'm gonna throw this at you because this my man, but I don't think he get the respect he deserves. Samuel motherfucking Jackson. You
he's
think
third.
you
He,
think he's better than Denzel?
Sam is a good role character. He's a good side character, and he's a good character actor. He's a better character actor than Denzel is, but he's not a better leading man actor. Like Sam cannot lead a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like Sam has to be in a movie with other people. Now he has led movies, but he's not known for doing that. But Sam is probably the best black character actor the world has ever gotten. And Sam is another one of my favorites.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's
Um,
my man too, though.
oh man, Sam is the fucking
I
legend, man. I
know, I
love
know.
Sam.
Hey, my
Like
favorite quote.
made me
I,
laugh, cry, everything in movies, man.
yeah, yeah. I hope they burn in hell. I was like, oh, that's my shit right there. Say motherfucker one more time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, I could go
Hey
all
man,
day.
he literally blessed me with my favorite Die Hard movie because of Samuel Jackson. In that Die Hard movie with Bruce Willis, what was that? The third one, right?
Yeah, it's the third one. That was your best one. I like it too. One was good. Two has always been my favorite though.
I didn't like Die Hard 2, man. I thought that was some complete booty shit.
Why?
I didn't like any of the Die Hards after 3, man. I thought the fourth one was bullshit.
Oh man.
It's an entertaining movie though. It's
Oh okay.
entertaining, but it's bullshit. It's complete bullshit, man. That script was ass.
I mean, it tried. It tried, but yeah. Oh man, but yeah, man. I mean, Denzel for me is. I think he just had a spot that was open because it wasn't too many of us really getting real leads back then. So that gave him the opening. And Will was coming for him, but Will wanted more pop than subsidy. And Will couldn't stay the course. He wanted to. You got to mix it up. You got to do action. You got to do dramas and all this. So
You talking
I
about
felt, yeah, Will Smith. I felt him coming for Denzel because it was a big gap from like 75 to like shit 2000 where there really was no strong lead males. It was just blank outside of black exploitation movies.
yeah,
You really didn't see a lot of it. We're gonna cover that too. We're gonna get in depth on some of these black exploitation movies too. Cause yeah, I'm glad I got you with me now. Somebody really talk to me, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just Denzel just filled the void that was left open. You needed a strong male figure, and Sidney Poitier wasn't acting like that. Bill Cosby mainly did comedies, not too much dramas. Like I remember Bill Cosby being in Ghost Dad and the Meteor Man with Robin Reed, and he didn't even say nothing that whole movie. I didn't see him
yeah,
do too many movies after that. So who else did we have as a male figure that acted back then?
exactly. And Sidney Poitier paved the way for every other black actor. That's why I gave him his props. And I will. I mean, a lot of older black people will probably say Sidney Poitier is the greatest black actor due to his versatility back in the day, which is fine. I haven't watched some of the other Sidney Poitier movies, so I would have to go and watch those in order to sway my opinion towards that. But I've seen Denzel movies, I've seen Samuel Jackson's, and I'm gonna get to your Will Smith point. I think Will Smith, um, Will has done some good movies, he's done some bad ones, and he's done some mediocre ones as well. He's had a great career. Will Smith has had some movies that have been actually really good. Pursuit of Happiness, Ali, King Richard. He finally got his Oscar for King Richard, but he ruined his Oscar moment by slapping Chris Rock on stage. But
Yes, he did.
performance in King Richard was really good. Like I watched that movie, and Will had me the whole way through. Man, I thought he was magnificent. He easily gave the best lead male performance outside of Andrew Garfield. I would say Andrew Garfield was a close second place for me because I watched Tick Tick Boom. But the year before that, I thought Chadwick Boseman had a real chance, but then they gave it to Anthony Shitwick Hopkins playing disabled guy. White can't couldn't even wipe his own ass. So the Academy, they got to do better. They need younger people in there. There's too many old fucks, and they don't
Yeah,
know anything. And
at
to them, they
all.
don't know anything. And um, that's my issue with the older generation. They want to give acknowledgement to certain things, but don't realize that the present is still here, and you have to keep alluding to the present more than the past. Yeah, it's cool to give acknowledgement to the past in some areas, but let's give credit where it's due for now. You know what I'm saying? So like Will Smith, and I see why you say Will Smith was gunning for Denzel's spot. That makes sense because Will was like, if not one of the greatest, biggest movie stars that a black person as a race have had. He might be a bigger movie star than what Denzel was, to be honest, for real. Um, but he hasn't done the quality of movies and films that Denzel has had, and he's not a great actor like Denzel. Will,
Yeah, well, he didn't start out that way, but now he's matured. I'll give him his flowers on that one. He really has came up, but mid '90s to early '90s to mid '90s, Will Smith was just learning, and you could tell he was just learning. But by the end of the '90s and early 2000s, so like the 2006, Will had it. It was for him, And
yeah,
then he just started doing more dramas like 7 Pounds, stuff like that for
oh,
people like you. I think he peaked. He should have won an award for Pursuit of Happiness. That's one of my fucking favorite movies ever. But that's just me. But then he started doing Battle Earth and all types of other shit, and I'm like, bro, no,
yeah.
no.
You talking about the movie with his son?
Yeah, that was like horrible, bro. I
You
try to
talking about
support that
Earth?
shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
After Earth, whatever that
That was
crap
probably one of the
was.
worst movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, and that don't take that lightly. But I'm just saying, Denzel, I like you. I think I agree with Miles that you should have won an award for Michael Max. But it's hard to win an award for playing somebody who actually lived that life. You know what I'm saying? So when you do a biography of somebody, it's hard to win awards for that. It's very rare. Like the King Richard one was iffy. Like they really don't normally do that too much for African Americans.
Yeah, you know, Will has got it, Jamie got it, and so did Forrest Whitaker. So most
Yeah,
black people that have won an Oscar have won from playing other people, which is pretty ironic that you just brought that point up. So
yeah.
we don't
But
win, we don't win awards for playing average, ordinary people or different types of characters. We win for playing a real person or a slave or some type of dictator
true.
where I think that acting is a universal sport and any race could win for playing any type of character. It doesn't have to allude to why does a Jew have to win playing a fucking Jew? Like why would I want to award a Jew for playing a Jew?
Yeah,
Why would I award a white man for playing a white man? Like, but we do that. That's the culture, and that's why I say they got to get these motherfuckers out of there, man. Got to get these motherfuckers out of there. Like the Academy, the Emmys, the Oscars, and the Grammys. The format needs to change because it's just fucking horrible. It's bad.
yeah. I concur with you on that one because it shouldn't be just money motivated. It should be criteria. I always bring this up when I talk to people about when we say what's this and how you define what's that. We on the Rel News Show currently, we gonna have criteria on how we judge movies. And if it don't fit in these boxes under a certain number, then you can't rate it that high of a movie. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have
I agree.
script, directing, no plot, all that. All that's gonna be five different categories. I'm working on it as we speak. I got big things coming. Big things is coming, people.
I definitely will want to add to that category. I could we will talk about it.
Yeah, yeah, we gonna collect. Maybe
We'll
it's
talk.
us, baby. Yeah, cause
Yeah, man.
I do
Because
this movie stuff, bro. But yeah,
oh yeah, you've been
Denzel.
around longer than me. I know you probably watch more movies than I do. Like I used to watch a lot of movies. I don't have the time for it anymore.
I mean, I do it here and there. Sometimes while I'm chilling, I'll just put something on Netflix or Hulu or now the HBO Max or there's so many fucking streaming services, bro, on your phone. You know,
Yep, yep.
that
It's
my light went out.
it is ridiculous, man. But I like that people who I like people who can explain why they like a movie versus telling me they just like it.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah, yeah. I can't talk to you. You gonna just say,
yeah, and then if you tell me some points about the movie that you liked and it wasn't really validated based off of what I saw or what you saw, I'm also gonna be like, okay, what are you talking about? Like, cause I
I thought I was
like,
the only one who do that. I do that all the time. If
yeah,
I'm
because I'm
talking
just
to
like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, did you watch the movie? Like, did you not hear? Like, I recently watched that Honk for Jesus movie,
yeah,
and I don't think it was bad, but I wouldn't say it was necessarily good. But the acting was fantastic. The acting in the movie was. If you watch the movie, you're literally watching it for Regina Hall and Sterling K. Brown. They're the only reason why you will watch that movie. They
yeah,
are magnificent. Um, but outside of that, you could turn that shit off.
true shit.
You could just turn it off, man.
Yeah,
You could turn it off, turn on a video game, or turn on Reddit. It don't matter.
hey, I hear you. I hear you. But yeah, to sum up our topic, Denzel should have won his award for Malcolm X. I think they just gave it to him for Training Day. That's my opinion. You know.
You're not wrong.
Oh, okay.
No, you're not wrong.
I,
I agree.
that was it.
No, I think the average person that knows movies and keeps up with the Oscar debacle or the Oscar talk, they understand. They do that with every single actor if they got older. Like they did it with Jeff Bridges when he won his Oscar for that movie playing a redneck. And he is a redneck. But yet you didn't give it to him for the Big Lebowski. Like what?
Mm-mm.
Which was a better movie.
Yes, yes. I don't know, but Denzel, you know what I'm saying? Cheerios to you. I mean, I don't need to see no more equalizers, but I mean,
There might be a
yeah,
third one.
yeah. I figure you gonna keep going to your money wells.
Oh man. Man, did you see that second one?
Yeah,
I almost turned it off after 5 minutes
I know.
when he played that Muslim on the train.
Yeah,
Bro, I was almost done with it. I was just like, what the fuck is this?
yeah. I didn't get it either. I was like, bro, okay. How many more people you gotta kill?
And then the end of the movie with the hurricane happening and they trying to shoot at each other. I'm just like, bruh, what is this?
Yeah. Hey, now they got a TV show, so yeah, there you go.
And then hold on, I don't mean to be sexist, but then you got Queen Latifah is the star of the Equalizer on television.
Yes,
Queen Latifah,
yes.
I repeat,
Queen
Queen
Latifah.
Unity Latifah is Equalizer.
Yeah, that's a unity.
Yep. Oh my god. Yep. Everybody knows her from that. So Unity. But I am mad at Latifah, man. She's one of the greatest hip hop to hip hop to actors that we got. So, well, rapper turned to actors. That's what they call.
Yeah,
She's one
Yeah.
easily in my top 5 for that. So
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do
easily.
that list too. Dang, man, you giving me so many good topics, bro. So many good topics.
Hey, but I literally come up with shit all the time, dude. Literally,
Okay.
I just be thinking to myself, and now I'm gonna start texting you about it. So it's
Okay. Cool. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. Anytime, though, text me. I got you. No problem. All right. Anything else
yeah.
you gotta say for the day, Miles?
Besides the fact that I hope you had a good day, and the rest of the people who tuned into this podcast, I hope they had a magnificent day. Hope you had a better day than me. So, and that's saying a lot coming from both of us. So,
Yes.
had a better day than me, and I look forward to seeing you guys again next week because we will be back.
Yes, we will. All right. This is Radical Rail concluding episode 3. You know, yeah, this is good. I enjoyed it today. I mean, I enjoy all of them, but my man got me hyped now. Now I got to do little bit more planning. And like you said, I'm glad everybody tuned in and chill with us. We talk about these sports movies, pop topics. That's how we do it. Yeah, yeah. Chime in if y'all got a name suggestion. I take suggestions from anybody.
You kind of just gave us a name.
I did.
I kind of like topics. I actually kind of like that. Not gonna hold you.
Okay.
That's actually really catchy.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to put it out there and see. Sometimes when you either get a good name and then you put it out there, somebody took it, and then when they take it becomes a bigger deal. You can't use it. You'll see what I'm talking about. I was like, yeah, but you could check around and see if somebody took it. But I like that one too.
I love it. I think it works. It
Yeah.
fits. It fits both. I mean, I'm the pop culture guy who also into pop culture. Well. We
Yeah.
got a lot. You know what? Next week we're gonna do for the viewers. We're gonna do something crazy. We're gonna talk about something that's absolutely insane next week, and I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna tell you about it later. I ain't gonna ruin it for
Uh,
the people, but no
okay.
spoilers. No spoilers.
Okay. All right. I'm psyched
I'll talk
now.
to you about it. Yep, I'll
Okay.
talk to you about it after the show.
Okay. But yeah, this is your man Radical Real and my co-host with the mostest, the super producer, Smolay, aka the Miles, saying sayonara. See y'all
Peace,
next week.
everybody. Peace. Stay blessed.